Hi, I'm Roy Stone and with Jamstone Magic, and I'd like to show you a sample of a couple of the shows that we have this season. We have one show that's all about dinosaurs, and it's called Digging Up an Adventure, and it's all about science and dinosaurs and magic. It's really cool. And then we have another one called The American Road Trip. It's all about one nation with many magical stories. So here we go. You know, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with dinosaurs. I thought dinosaurs were so cool. It would be so neat to have one as a pet. Could you imagine having a dinosaur with those great big old eyes and his great big teeth as a pet? Man, what a watchdog that would be. Yeah, and if he was a plant eater, you could feed him lettuce out of the garden. Yeah. If he was a meat eater, you could feed him hot dogs out of the fridge. Man, it would be so cool. You could put him on a leash and take him for a walk, and people would say, look, there goes Roy, destroying another sidewalk. Well, you can't really have a dinosaur as a pet because, of course, they're extinct. Unless maybe we could clone them. Maybe we can clone them like in that movie, right? Where nothing ever went wrong. They cloned all the dinosaurs and nothing went wrong at all. Oh, yeah. That's really not a good idea either, is it? Well, I tell you what, you know what the next best thing would be? To be a paleontologist. You know what a paleontologist is? That's somebody that digs dinos. Well, I dug dinos. I thought they were really cool, but I didn't actually dig them up. But wouldn't it be cool if you were a paleontologist and you could actually dig up dinosaurs? Man, could you imagine digging in your backyard and digging up a dinosaur skeleton? How cool would that be? It'd be so awesome to dig up a dinosaur skeleton. You'd find all the parts and it would be there and it'd be so cool. Although, did you know that not all dinosaur fossils are found together and intact? No, some of them are intact. Some of them, all the parts are together, and you have the tail, and you have maybe the ribs, and you have the head, but not all the time. Sometimes they're all mixed up. Sometimes all the bones are there, and they're just mixed up together, and you have to figure out how it goes together, and you have to decide, okay, that's where the feet go, and that's where the ribs go, and that's where the head goes, and you put that puzzle together, and there you go. You've got the perfect not a T-Rex, a T-mess, right? That is a mess. That's not right. Well, I know what happened. Exactly what happened. I got excited. Do you ever get excited? I get excited. And when I get excited, I get in a rush and I mess things up. And, well, we'll slow things down. We won't mess them up this time. We're gonna make a T-Rex, not a T-mess. Here we go. All right. So if we slow things down, we know that the leg bone, the foot bone's connected to the leg bone, and the leg bone's connected to the hip bone, and the hip bone's connected to the backbone, and the backbone's connected to the shoulder bone's connected to the arm bones, and they're all connected to the neck bone. And that's how you get a T-Rex. How about that? The T-Rex. Yeah, right there. See him? Oh, I'm sorry, I messed up. I forgot. There's so many different kinds of dinosaurs. It's just not the T-Rex and the Brontosaurus and the Triceratops, just those three. There's all kinds. And this one's one of the most rarest. Yeah, that's right there. That's the rare Acrobatosaurus. Yeah, it's an acrobat. See him? He's standing on his head. Ah. Okay, I messed him up, of course. Sometimes it is hard to get all the parts together to get him exactly the way he needs to be. You know, like I said, they find all the parts mixed up. Sometimes when they dig up a dinosaur, some of the parts aren't even there. They're missing parts, yeah. Sometimes all the parts are there. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're missing parts. Sometimes they might dig one up and the skull is totally gone. Like some dog had come and dug it up. Well, there's one dinosaur that was just that. They dug him up and it was missing a head. And he was one of the most famous dinosaurs. Yeah, he's the headless horseman. I mean, the headless dinosaur. Well, no, he wasn't a headless dinosaur. That skeleton was headless, but they finally found another one similar, and they put that head on it, and it turns out it was actually the wrong one altogether. Yeah, it's called the Brontosaurus. The Brontosaurus has the wrong skull on it, and finally somebody came along and found another one, and it had its skull, and that's the way they were able to put it together. And that's how you end up with the perfect, what is it? That's right, it's a T-Rific Rex. Man, wouldn't it be cool if only we could have a real dinosaur as a pet? You know, there's a book in the library that's all about that. It's If I Had a Pet Dinosaur. You need to check it out. It's a really cool book, and we can really unearth some awesome adventures when we break into a book. Thanks for joining us on this adventure. Now, I've got a whole nother adventure I want to share with you. It's an adventure from right here in the good old US of A, and it involves this right here. It's all about a guy we all know. This guy, he has a long white beard. See if you can guess. He has a white beard. He wears a hat. He's dressed in red and white. And no, not Santa. Let me finish. He's dressed in red and white and blue. Yeah. You're right. It's Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam is really a great fella. And he's one of those symbols of America. And today we're going to be talking about the symbols and how those symbols came to be and what those symbols represent. And Uncle Sam, did you know Uncle Sam not only is a symbol of America, but he was actually a real guy. Yeah, there really was an Uncle Sam. You see, Uncle Sam started out as a fellow by the name of Sam Wilson. And Sam Wilson lived in a... wait a minute. This isn't my Uncle Sam hat. Oh, I messed up totally. I thought we were going to talk about Uncle Sam, and I thought I had my red, white, and blue hat out. I don't. This is my magic hat. Gosh, I'm sorry. I brought the wrong hat. It is my magic hat, you know, and as a magic hat, you can show that it's empty on the inside, and inside of it right now is this barrel, and this barrel has nothing in it. And of course, if I look in this end, I can look. You know what I see? I see you. If I turn it around, you know what you can see? That's right, you can see me. All right. Well, what were we talking? Oh, we were talking about Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam was so cool. But this is my magic hat, not my Uncle Sam hat. And let's see. Oh, wait a minute. There is some magic in my hat. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's my pet parrot. Look at that. Parrots are pretty cool. They can talk and they can learn to do tricks. That's why we magicians like them so much. We can teach them to do tricks. And they got beautiful feathers, red and blue and yellow and green. Oh, and their feathers are so cool. You know which part of the parrot has the most feathers? The outside. There's no feathers on the inside at all. Oh, let's see. Oh, wait a minute here. There's something else in my hat. What is that? Oh, looky there. It's a birthday cake. Happy birthday. Do you know anybody that's having a birthday? I know somebody. I do. You know who's having a birthday? It's my little white magic rabbit. That's right, my little rabbit. You know how I know he's gotten older? All the gray hair. You know anybody with gray hair? They say it's from wisdom. I'm not so sure about that. But you know what? We have here... oh gosh. You know what, guys? I just found out I do have Uncle Sam's hat. It's right here. It's right here. It was in the back all along. Oh, now we can really have some fun. Now we can talk about those American stories, all about the stories here in America. One nation with many great stories. It's Uncle Sam's hat. I know that because it's got the stars. It's got the stripes. It's a really cool hat. Of course, we have here our great big star right there. You know, I was telling you that Uncle Sam started out as a real person. That's right. His name was Sam Wilson. Sam Wilson worked at a meat packing factory. He took big chunks of meat, like you make hot dogs or hamburgers, that kind of factory. Well, he took the meat and he put it in great big barrels, and these big barrels had a star on them like that, and they had a big U and a big S. That stood for United States. You're absolutely right. Well, he would put the meat in those big barrels like that, and it would go to the battlefront where the soldiers were, and they saw that big U and that big S, and they said that stood for Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam Wilson. That's who it stood for, and that's how we got Uncle Sam. That's how Sam Wilson became Uncle Sam, because the U and the S on the barrels that had his meat. So we've got many great symbols here in America. One of the other great symbols, of course, is the bald eagle. The bald eagle is a great symbol. It represents freedom because he flies up in the sky so free. He represents bravery and strength. Yeah, he is a great symbol of America. Did you know that Ben Franklin wanted the turkey to be one of our symbols instead of the eagle? He thought the turkey was noble. Not me. I think that the eagle's the better one. He's strong and he's brave and he's bald and doesn't have to pay for haircuts. Franklin's idea was kind of a bird brain idea, wasn't it? Ha. Let's see here. What else do we got in our Uncle Sam hat? Well, there we go. The Statue of Liberty. Did you know that the Statue of Liberty was a gift? It was a gift from Paris, and they sent us the statue. She stands tall in the harbor, and she represents, of course, freedom as well. And she holds her torch up for all to see. You know why else? The other reason she holds the torch up? She uses the torch because the electric bill's too high. That's right. Let's see, what else do we have in here? Oh, let's see. Oh, wow. Look at that one. Mount Rushmore. You know that mountain where they've carved all the presidents' faces? 4 presidents up on that mountain. All 4 of them big and bold for everybody to see, and not a smile one. You know why they're not smiling? They're hearing my silly jokes. Yeah. They say those jokes aren't any fun. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, how about this one? This one's great. Look at this one right here. This is a great symbol of America. The Liberty Bell. Just like the Statue of Liberty, it stands for freedom. It rings for freedom. Freedom rings. And I had a great joke about it, and if I could remember it, I'm sure it would crack you up. Ha! Get it, crack you up. All right, let's see what else we got in here. Oh, looky there. We have the Declaration. The Declaration of Independence. This is the very foundation, the bedrock of everything that we hold dear. It starts off with the words, "We the people." And it tells us that we each have rights given to us by our Creator, and that those rights cannot even be taken away by the government. We have the freedom of speech, and we have the freedom and the pursuit of happiness. We can have all those freedoms, and they're protected by this document. This document proves that the pen is mightier than the sword. Do you know where the Declaration of Independence was signed? At the bottom. They didn't sign it on the back. Well, anyway, all of those are great symbols of America. And there are many, many great stories here in America. And when we open a book and we crack them and look inside, those stories come alive. This is my little buddy Allie, and he's here to let you know that this one nation has many magical stories